So I have recorded all of the attack animations for all of the different weapon types that are currently in Alpha 1. Now, this is the basic attack or the light attack. One thing we need to keep in mind is that Steven wants your light attack or your basic attack to be important. He wants that to be an important choice that you make. So while this is not necessarily the most important part, the spell animations may be more exciting. This is still a very important topic of conversation. Now, there are two important disclaimers that we need to talk about when we're talking about these animations. The first one is just the kind of blanket disclaimer. The game currently is in an alpha state, and so all of this stuff can and likely will change. And then more specifically, when it comes to attack animations, I've talked to a couple of other content creators who say that they, some of the, Intrepid staff has stopped into their stream, and it's been mentioned a couple of times that basically all of these animations are going to be getting a second pass or a third pass, looking through all of these things. So specifically with the animations, it's going to change. Now, that leads us to the question, why talk about it? What's the point of this video? And that's a very good question, but there is actually a point to this video, and that point is this. Intrepid Studios is the most responsive staff for any video game I've ever seen, ever. And they actively seek out feedback. They want to know what the community is thinking, and they make changes based on that feedback, which is just so rare. It's absolutely ridiculous. And so one of the things is, Steven himself will likely watch this video. Not because I'm some huge important creator or anything like that, just they're actively looking for it. And so I want to give you guys a forum to put down in the comments section below what you think about these animations. You can critique any part of it, the weapon trailing particle effects, the sliding forward while attacking, whatever. Criticize it or praise it, give your feedback, and there's a high chance Steven Sharif himself will read it. So let's get into it.
What you think about when you're born into a fire?
All right, so we're going to start off right off the bat with one-handed sword and shield. Pretty standard or pretty basic little animation there. One of the things you'll notice is that you are sliding forward with every attack. Your character is moving forward, and I know that has been a point of a lot of consternation among the community lately. I've kind of grouped all of these three together: the one-handed and shield, sword, mace, and axe. Mace will come up here in a second. They all have the same animations. That's why I've kind of grouped them together. But back to the sliding forward, I would say that's probably one of the biggest things that Intrepid wants feedback on. How do you feel about that? I know there are some people who like it because it's like it helps you, track down people who are trying to kite you. Because I think you do go forward faster than you could potentially run. I don't like it, but that's neither here nor there. So now we're going to move into the two-handed axe category. The very first thing you will see about this that stands out to me is how much more impactful the animation is. You can see there whenever you land that big two-handed jump, the screen kind of shakes. And if I had the attack animation sounds here, there's like a thud to it. But again, you're still moving forward with every attack just like you were previously. And then you got the two-handed sword. And the thing about the two-handed sword that stood out to me versus the other two-handed weapons is it's a way more agile feeling weapon. It seems like the swings are faster, and it seems like you're somebody, a more agile warrior type rather than like the big thudding monstrous type. So, that's what really stood out to me here. Then you can move on to the two-handed mace. You'll notice the mace has a slower swing speed than the other two and a very, very impactful feel. You really feel like you're smacking somebody with a big old two-handed warhammer or something. So pretty cool animation. And of course that jumping forward, looks pretty cool. I like it better on the sword. I like the sword's jump attack animation better, but that one's pretty cool as well. The next thing up is the staff, and one of the interesting things about the staff is the staff does not shoot any type of magical attack. A staff is actually is actually a melee attack weapon and with a pretty dang cool attack animation, in my opinion. I almost like the idea of a staff in one hand and a sword in the other, like Gandalf. If that's possible, Intrepid, let me know. I think that would be really cool. We'll move on here to the spear. The spear has a very cool attack animation. You got that jab, and you spin it over your head like that. Couple of big arcing swings after that. I think it's pretty neat. I like the spear animation quite a bit. And then coming right at you there. Yeah, that looks really good. Next is the halberd. I think the halberd's really cool with the spin and then that kind of jump spinny thing that he just does right there. It's really, really cool. It reminds me of Elder Scrolls Online Spin to Win with the, I forget what the name of the ability is, but there's an ability they call Spin to Win because you just spin and attack. So next we're going to go to the wand, and in the wand I had to actually kill things because you can't just spam the wand attack, into nothing like you can the melee attacks. So you can see here what the wand attack, looks like. It's kind of almost like a conductor conducting a song or something, or a composer. I don't know what they're called. I think it's conductor, is kind of what it looks like. And the interesting thing here is that you can kite while doing it. So you're backing up and backing away, and it makes Mage pretty strong right now. Like if I had started backing away immediately right here, I could have probably killed that thing before it even got to me. One thing I do want to point out while you're watching here with the books and the wands, the spell damage and the amount of time it's taking me to kill things, you need to keep in mind that I'm on my tank right now, so I don't have spell damage. It's not very high because that's not naturally part of the tank, progression. So, just keep that in mind as you're going here. The spell book is similar that in that you have to have a target to attack to do it. And it shoots abilities kind of like the wand, but they're slower and hit harder. So I don't know if people are going to figure out, what the meta is between those two. One of those two abilities will probably be better than the other. And you can see here the, dangers of kiting. As I was doing it, you could kite yourself back into more enemies. All right, guys. So that's all the animations that are currently in Alpha 1 as far as light attack, basic attack animations. And we have to keep in mind that Steven wants your basic attack to be an important part of your rotation. He wants it to be something that is crucial to everything that you're doing. So these attacks are going to be something that you're using. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to discuss it. So let me and let Intrepid specifically know down below in the comments what you think about these animations, what you would like changed, if there's an art style change or any of those types of things that you would like to have changed, because they absolutely want to know and they are absolutely listening and taking action based on feedback. That's all I have for today. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you guys in the next video.